There was an extremely interesting rumor that came out on social media, and it started making its rounds over the past couple days. And that rumor was the possibility of both ESPN and Netflix not renewing their contracts with the WWE when their contracts are set to expire. Now, ESPN came out almost immediately and denied these rumors. And this is something that, if it does happen, is not going to happen in the immediate future, considering the ESPN deal was signed for a 5-year deal. And a lot can happen in 5 years. But this got me thinking, what could be next for the WWE if the ESPN and the Netflix deals do not get renewed? Because again, the ESPN deal was signed for 5 years, and again, a lot can happen in 5 years, and who knows what the landscape of the world itself is going to look like in 5 years. So, in this video, we're going to be taking a look a little bit into the future, and we're going to look and see what possibilities lie ahead for WWE if the deals with ESPN and Netflix do not get renewed. But real quickly, before we get too far ahead in the video, I want to say that if you are a WWE fan, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. That is all we post is WWE related content. So if you are a WWE fan, again, consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind later. So let's look at ESPN still, because ESPN currently has all the WWE PLEs, and they're going to have them for the foreseeable future. And I know a lot of people are not happy with WWE being on ESPN in the first place. Currently, right now, as it sits, it is $29.99 on ESPN just to watch the WWE PLEs. And that price is going to be increasing soon to $31.99 a month. That is a lot of money for WWE PLEs, and there are some people that I'm sure would argue if that's even worth it, considering the recent lack of success that WWE has had with their PLEs. So, again, just to watch these PLEs, you're gonna be forking over a pretty good chunk of change. And again, with the way the world is right now, 31 bucks is a lot of money. So let's take a look at what the possibilities could be for the WWE if these deals with ESPN and Netflix do not get renewed. The first one that I have is Peacock. Obviously, WWE and Peacock have a long-standing history, and from my knowledge, it sounded like it was a pretty good partnership between the two. Peacock had the WWE PLE starting with Fastlane in 2021. And right now, as it sits, a standard subscription for Peacock is $8.99 a month. Significantly less expensive than ESPN is right now. Even if you want to take a look at the premium subscriptions for Peacock, they are significantly less than ESPN, with the most expensive subscription from Peacock being $19.99 a month. Now, again, keep in mind, this would be 5 years possibly in the future, so who knows what these prices could look like. But this is just currently, right now, what they are. And I think a lot of WWE fans really enjoyed the partnership between WWE and Peacock because it wasn't just the PLEs that you were getting from the WWE. It was all of the on demand stuff that you could get. It was all of the classic PLEs when they were called pay per views back then. You had all the documentaries and stuff that were also on there. Like, there was a lot of stuff on Peacock that you could watch. And if you're a WWE fan, there was really nothing better than being able to want to go back and watch an old pay per view of the WWE or something along those lines. You could go back and do it with Peacock. It was even at the point where they had their own 24/7 channel on Peacock. So you couldn't say that there wasn't enough WWE on Peacock at the time. And that partnership is still technically kind of there, with Peacock still carrying the Saturday night's main event shows. So I think it would make a lot of sense for the WWE to one day go back to Peacock, depending on how things are looking when that time comes. Moving on to Paramount Plus, and this one simply comes from the UFC being on there and TKO obviously owning both the UFC and the WWE. From a business standpoint, it would make sense for TKO to have two of their biggest entities under the same umbrella with Paramount Plus. And also, Paramount Plus, significantly cheaper than ESPN, with the standard subscription being $8.99 a month and their premium subscription being $13.99 a month. Again, significantly cheaper than ESPN right now. And I think in a perfect world, we could have something similar to Peacock on Paramount Plus one day, where we have a lot of the on demand stuff, a lot of the old pay per views, and all that stuff. I do think that it is a legit possibility, again, with the whole tie in with TKO and UFC and all that business stuff. Now, whether it would be well received amongst the WWE universe is obviously still something yet to be seen, but again, I do think that it's definitely on the table. Now, the last one that I have is definitely one that I don't think is ever going to happen anytime soon, but that is the WWE creating their own streaming platform. Considering you could go onto some of the other major sports in North America and you could go on their app and you could watch any game that you want. Obviously, there's the whole blackout thing that you have to worry about, but I actually think that WWE could benefit from having their own streaming platform. You could have all your PLEs there, you could have just your smaller shows and save the big shows like WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble and SummerSlam for the other more bigger, more popular streaming services. And it would be pretty similar to what we had with WWE before and the WWE network. I think something similar like that would actually be pretty good for WWE. Now, again, I don't think this is going to happen, especially with TKO owning WWE. Now, again, I don't think this is going to happen, especially with TKO owning the WWE, simply because TKO has shown that they are all about getting a profit, and WWE creating their own streaming platform, I don't think is necessarily going to give TKO the biggest amount of profit that they would want. But if the WWE was independently owned once again, I think that this could be a pretty good option for the WWE and the WWE universe. So, again, looking at this on paper, is this something that is going to happen anytime soon? No. Again, the current deal with ESPN is for 5 years, and that deal was signed in 2025, so you can do the math yourself. And again, a lot can happen in 5 years. So, who's to say what the entire world is going to look like in 5 years, let alone the WWE? And with the way that streaming platforms are constantly changing and constantly trying to either come together or separate from one another, who knows what it's going to look like in 5 years when these deals are up. Again, those early rumors just really got me thinking what could be next for the WWE. Again, I know a lot of WWE fans are really not happy with the current ESPN deal, especially with that price getting increased. Again, WWE and Peacock already have that built in relationship, and the same thing can kind of apply with Paramount Plus, with TKO wanting both WWE and the UFC under one umbrella, that being Paramount Plus. I think that would make a tremendous amount of sense if you're TKO. Again, whether that would be the most appealing option is obviously yet to be determined, but again, whether that would be the most appealing for fans is still yet to be determined. And I am genuinely curious to see what the WWE could do if they did decide to launch their own streaming platform as well. So this is where I want to hear from you guys. First off, let me know what you think about these rumors and let me know what you think could be next for the WWE if the ESPN and the Netflix deals do not get renewed. Do you think they could go back to Peacock? Do you think they could go to Paramount Plus? Do you see someone else stepping in and signing a massive deal with the WWE for their streaming rights? As always, don't forget to leave all of your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments section, and while you're down there, swing by the description and click the Linktree link. That is the only link in the description for a reason. That is because it will take you to all of the social media platforms for this channel. I do strongly suggest going and checking out our X page besides YouTube. I'm most active over on X. We do updates for Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and the PLEs. And we are also over on Instagram and TikTok as well. Over there, you can sometimes expect clips from these videos, and it's just another place for me to post when I do upload a video on here to YouTube. So if you do enjoy these videos and you're looking for some extra content, again, Linktree link in the description. It'll take you to wherever you want to go. So with all that said and done, that is going to do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Again, both are free. Both really help out the channel a lot. And of course, if you have made it to this point of the video, I want to say thank you very, very much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch these videos here, because it genuinely does mean the world to me. And as always, stay tuned for more WWE content coming in the future. We'll see you next time.